everyone. My name is Mustapha Kadiri, acting registrar Summit University Offer. I'm here this morning to continue the 2022 orientation week for fresh students of Summit University Offer. Topic of my lecture this morning is completing your registration with ease. How do you go about registering as a student, a bona fide student of Summit University Offer? Gone. First of all, I want to congratulate you once again for making it. It's not easy. Millions of candidates took the 2022 JAMB admission examination. Many more have not been able to make it because you are able to complete the admission process. Means you are special. And we are very proud of you in Summit University Offer for joining us, for meeting up with the whole level requirements, the JAMB requirements, and other requirements. You are most welcome to our student-centered university. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abiodun Musa Aibinu, I want to sincerely welcome you to the Summit University family, and I wish you a very successful time studying here. Well, I'm going to start this talk by looking at the requirements, some of the documents that you are supposed to provide, and then how do you go about registering at various units in the university. Because even if you are offered admission, you have provisional admission, but you are unable to complete your documentation, you will still not be regarded as a bona fide student of the university. So I want to invite you to pay attention to this talk. First, the O-level requirements. What are the O-level requirements that the university will demand from you? The first of these is the 5 credits that you are supposed to obtain. 5 O-level credits. It may be from WAEC, whether May, June, or GCE, November, December. It can also be NECO or NAPTEP. As you can see, these are some of the examination bodies that are fully accepted in Nigerian university system. So also NAPTEP is also an approved equivalent. There are other qualifications from outside Nigeria that are acceptable as far as the Nigerian university system, the National University Commission has approved such examination body. Now, apart from the O-level that you are supposed to have, this O-level, you must have some subjects that are compulsory for all prospective candidates in the university. The first is English language, and the second is mathematics. Then the other 3 subjects must come from the subjects that are specified by your program of study or the department in which you are planning to enroll for a course of study. Another information that will be relevant to prospective or fresh candidate students is that you should have your 5 credits. This can be obtained in only one sitting, but if you do not have one sitting, Summit University offer. Now, Now let's move on to the admission requirements that you must fulfill from JAM perspective. First, you must have obtained a minimum cutoff mark of 140 for you to be eligible for UTME admission to Summit University. I want to say that all of you that are on this platform currently, you have met this requirement. Aside this, if you are a direct entry candidate, you must have obtained a minimum of 2 passes in A-level examination to recognize. Such A-level can be IJMB or JUPEP or any other A-level that is recognized by the Nigerian government. So also you can use your national diploma obtained from the Polytechnic for direct entry admission. That is, if you obtain a minimum of lower credit. Now, one of the important things that you must do for you to obtain the JAM admission letter, which qualifies you as a bona fide student of the university, is for you to have what we call, to do what is called the change of institution. That is, if your first choice institution at the time you obtain the application for JAM is not Summit University, you need to proceed and ensure that you have changed your institution, your first choice institution, to Summit University. This can be done at either the JAM office in your respective state or the JAM office here in Kwara State, in Ilorin, or you can also approach any of the accredited and approved CBT center. So once you have done this, you are also required, because many candidates, by the time they are putting in for JAM registration, they use what we call awaiting results. If you fall into this category, before you can obtain JAM admission letter, you must go to JAM office or CBT center to upload your O-level results on JAM portal. This is very important. Some people have done that, but they need to repeat the process and ensure that their name and their O-level is available on JAM portal. I'll tell you why in a short while. Now, there is something that is important that every prospective candidate into Nigeria university or tertiary institution must know. Any candidate, all candidates must be familiar with what we call the Central Admission Processing System. The Central Admission Processing System, CAPS. If you look at your screen, you will see the homepage of JAM Admissions and Matriculation Board. That is www.jam.gov.ng. If you have to be on this CAP, many candidates that have gone through the exam will be familiar, because you can check your results. You can check your admission status using the CAPS. There is CAPS for candidates for institution. I want to tell you that you will be required to play your own role in the admission process. The admission process is a tripartite process. It is a process that involves, one, the candidates. One of the responsibilities of candidates is to choose the university as the first choice, which many of you have done. Another responsibility is to upload your O-level, which has been mentioned earlier. Then the third responsibility that you are supposed to do when you log in to your JAM portal, the CAPS on JAM portal, is that you are supposed to log in using your email and password, which you created yourself at the onset of your registration, at the beginning, before the exam. Then you are also expected to visit this site from time to time so that you check your admission status. Once you are able to confirm that Summit University has offered you your preferred course of study, you as a candidate, you have the responsibility to accept this admission. From our observation, over the years, we have seen that many candidates see admission. I want to appeal to you that you should not delay this process, because once the admission process, the university has approved or sent your recommendation to the JAMB office and JAMB has approved it, you will be able to see it on your caps. And the only thing that is left for you to do is to accept this admission offer on JAMB portal. This is a very simple process. It is just by the click of the button. In addition, you are also expected to print out your JAMB admission letter. Once you have accepted the admission, your admission letter will be sitting for you to accept, for you to print both the institutional copy and the student copy. You will need all these documents if you have not done so. Now, let's move on to another aspect of your registration process. If you have obtained your O-level and your JAMB, you are also expected to come up, make 5 copies of these following documents. The first is your O-level results, whether you are using single sitting or double sitting. So, if you have that, make sure you make 5 copies of this. Then your JAMB notification of results, which if you have not printed by now, you should go out to print this. Another important document which I have mentioned earlier is the JAMB admission letter, the institutional copy. Then you are also expected to have printed the letter of professional admission issued by the university. And of course, you also required the photocopy of your birth certificate or declaration of age. Apart from that, you are expected to provide evidence of payment of your school fees. This will be done on the Summit University portal, where you can pay. And I believe many of you listening to me have done the payments of your school fees. Another important document that the admission office will require from you is your medical certificate of fitness, which must be obtained from a government-owned hospital. These are documents that should be added or put together, and you are supposed to make 5 copies of this document. Thereafter, you are supposed to provide, you will be given what we call the biodata student information form, and then you are going to complete this form and submit in 5 copies. In addition, you are supposed to provide the matriculation oath, signed matriculation oath. This will be given to you shortly after your matriculation ceremony, which will be coming up later once you are already a bona fide student of the university. Thereafter, you are also expected to fill what is called parent indemnity form. This document is supposed to be signed by your parents as well as the witness. Now, the course registration form. The course registration form will be given to you at admission time. But you have to take this from your level advisor in your department. The department the level advisor will advise you about the courses you are supposed to take and the courses that you are supposed to register for. These documents will be signed and completed by the students and signed by the level advisor as well as the head of the department. Now, other documents that are supposed to be provided, that must be provided, include the student online registration form, which is obtained online and completed online. You are supposed to print this at the end of the exercise. By the time you complete the form, you are going to print it out and submit alongside other documents. The next document is for students who are transferred students from other universities to apply for transcripts from their respective university, and this will also be sent to the university and will be filed in their student file. Other standards for verification of O-level are expected to write at the last document submitted by the department. That is provided by student examination report. What we are saying is that a student complete student file at the end of the program in the university. All these documents are expected to be available for students. Now, at the end of completion of your documentation in 5 copies, in the keeping issued files, and these files are expected to be domiciled in the following units of the university. Your files will be sent to the registry, will be found with one will be retained in the registry, and the college, that if you are a member of College of Engineering and Physical Science or College of Natural and Applied Science, your files will be sent. Also, your files will be sent to your department, your various departments. Then you are also expected to visit the library and the clinic of the university to do proper documentation for you to be able to register in these units of the university. Now, an important aspect of your documentation, you will recall that I tell you that you are supposed to supply the matriculation code. This matriculation code is available at the end of the matriculation ceremony. This is the peak. This is the climax of your admission exercise. It means that you have fulfilled all the documentation and you have been certified to be a bona fide student of Summit University of Art. At the end of that ceremony, you are expected to take matriculation code, like some of your predecessors have done. And then at the end of that ceremony, you are supposed to promptly submit the form to the various departments where you have your file. These are some of the very past matriculation ceremony conducted in the university. Once again, I want to say a big congratulations to all the new students of the university. And I want to wish you a very, very life-changing experience while at Summit University of Art. Thank you for listening.
الصلاة والسلام على